We're here today at West Coast Kia to take a look at the all-new 2020 SouL. Yes, the electric SouLs are arriving every day, and there's some really exciting news. So, Kia, first of all, is having a really good run right now, and especially when it comes to electric. What they have done is they have taken the 64 kilowatt battery from the e-Niro and actually moved it into the new SouL. And for those of you who have been holding off on electric thinking that the ranges were a little too short, this could be your time to begin to move into the electric world. Another big story here is the fact of using that 64 kilowatt battery that we have in the Niro in another form and function. When we look at gas cars, for the longest time manufacturers have basically taken the same engines and the same drivetrains and simply put different bodies and different forms and functions on top of them. So the consumer was more interested primarily in what the cars could do for them necessarily than specifically on how they operated or their drivetrains. So now with this introduction and this new trend towards taking that same battery and drivetrain, if we can call that in an electric, and putting it into different forms and functions, we can now see more opportunity and more choices for the consumer in terms of form and function, instead of having to simply go with what the manufacturer provides as the electric vehicle. I really think this is the dawn of the new age of electric. More affordability, more options, more form and functions, real excitement coming down the train, and Kia is absolutely nailing it. So with that said, let's take a look at some of the features of the 2020 SouL. So while it's true that the 2020 SouL does look sportier than ever, and it does come with a sport drive mode, most electric drivers are not necessarily interested in the performance of the car in that way. Although that being said, if you've ever driven an electric, you know how quick and peppy they are because the torque is instant. So yes, they are a lot of fun to drive. But most electric drivers are trying to see how far they can get the car to go on a single charge. And that is a fun and actually exciting challenge because there's lots of things you can do to improve the performance of your car. Are you using the air conditioning? What systems are you using to pull power from the battery? And how good and how skilled are you at regenerative braking? There's basically two ways to regenerate power in the SouL. Through basically the battery drivetrain producing the regenerative power, or the friction brakes. So using these two in combination and how you drive can really improve the performance of your car. And that makes electrics a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Daniel from West Coast Kia. If you're in the market for an electric SouL or electric Niro, come see us today. It's the perfect time, just across the bridge in Maple Ridge.